Hey, what's going on, everybody? I hope you're having a great day. I'm just relaxing on this Sunday, and I'm quite happy because I got my little cheap lavalier mics in the mail. So there you go, and now I'm going to have better audio for my reaction videos, which I'm very grateful for. So fingers crossed that this works well. And let's get into today's reaction video, shall we? It says, How to Meditate for Beginners, a definitive guide. And it's from our good old channel that we've reacted to before called Improvement Pill. This is the second time I've reacted to one of this person's videos. And the last one was good. So let's check it out, shall we? Let's go, ladies and gentlemen.
Today we're going to talk about exactly how to meditate. I'm going to go over everything from where to meditate, what you should do with your body, what you should do with your mind, and even how long you should do it for, so you can start reaping some of these benefits. All of the information I'm giving you today is taken from a book that is recommended by just about every meditation forum on the internet, Mindfulness in Plain English. Where should I meditate? Technically, you can meditate anywhere you like because it is an exercise for the mind. You can meditate sitting in a chair, sitting on the floor, and even laying in bed. However, there is an optimal way to meditate. It's best to avoid meditating in bed because you tend to fall asleep. Meditating on the floor with your back straight up is actually considered to be the most formal and beneficial way to meditate, and this is because it keeps you wide awake and allows you to sit for long periods of time. What do I do with my body? The first thing you want to keep in mind when meditating is your feet. A lot of well-seasoned meditators will preach about how your feet need to be on top of each other. However, for the majority of people who are beginners, it's perfectly fine to have them crisscrossed on top of each other like a pretzel. Your arms are resting on your thighs, your hands rest on top of each other and form a cup shape. Your thumbs can touch, it's up to you. What's important is that your arms feel relaxed. Your back is straight and your
He makes a good point because for me to get into deeper meditation where I'm pretty much in a trance, I'm in between being awake and asleep. So maybe like my body's in a relaxed state that would be equivalent to that of being asleep, but my mind is still awake and coherent, and I'm able to remain conscious in a way, but with your eyes closed. Eventually, you will start to see swirls of colors and various shapes and stuff. It's not going to always look like a blue triangle or a red circle or whatever. You're going to see shapes that you've never seen before, things that cannot be basic in geometry. And you may even see some even cooler things when you get into deep meditation, such as sacred geometry. So that's another thing to look out for. But in the beginning, like just baseline meditation, yeah, man, don't obsess too much about what this gentleman's saying about making sure everything's perfect. Just especially your ascent into meditation in the beginning, bro, just roll with it. Try to empty your mind. At first, allow the thoughts to come into your mind, and then so it comes in here and then it leaves there. Thought comes in, you think about it for a bit, and it leaves. Then the next one, then the next one. Eventually, you're able to slow down that process. So instead of, say, hypothetically, say 3 thoughts every minute, so every 20 seconds is a new thought. Then eventually it will be every 30 seconds, then every 45 seconds, every minute, every 10 minutes. Then you can get to the point where there aren't thoughts popping in your head anymore. That's when you can keep going for an extra 20 to 30 minutes, and you can reach these blissful states of meditation, which these professionals do every day, because that's like their thing. That's how they get joy and love, and they get these. And then you can also get these downloads from through your crown chakra, from, guess where, the heavens up above, from wherever source consciousness is, or God, whatever you want to call him or it. But yeah, let's go.
head is completely level. Your head is not tilted upwards or downwards, just forward. In terms of what to do with your eyes, you have an option of meditating with your eyes open or with your eyes closed. However, for most beginners, I would recommend you to meditate with your eyes closed, as it's easier to focus. If you do choose to meditate with your eyes open, do not focus your eyes on an object in front of you. Instead, look into the distance. How long should I meditate for? Now, before you start your meditation session, you'll want to set an alarm. This is because time tends to feel a lot slower when you first start meditating. So setting an alarm helps prevent a constant need to wonder about how much time is left in the session. For first-time meditators, I'd recommend you start with just 5 minutes on the clock. As you make meditation into a daily practice and get more used to sitting in the meditative.
That's cool. I personally wouldn't worry about time because if you're somebody who can meditate for a while right off rip, but you're stopping yourself at 5 minutes, then you're doing yourself a disservice. So just go with what you feel like you can do. And when you feel like, oh, I'm getting annoyed and I can't do this anymore, that's fine. Then pause. You know what I mean? But until that point or a little bit before that point, keep going because the more progress you can make, the better, in my opinion.
Position for long periods of time, you can increase the time. Most people recommend meditating between 10 to 20 minutes. What to do during meditation? Here's where it gets tricky. Now, there are many different forms of meditation. Some focus on the things around you, some involve reciting words in your mind. The one you'll be learning today is one of the most commonly taught forms of meditation, and it's called mindfulness breathing meditation. It's very easy to learn, and it's considered to be just as powerful and insightful as any other form of meditation. The focus of breathing meditation is, well, you guessed it, on your breath. First, you want to make sure that you're breathing through your nose. Then all you have to do is focus all of your attention on your breath. Observe the way the air feels as it flows through your nostrils. Observe the way your breath transitions from inhale to exhale. Observe that little pause between those two actions. Observe every single aspect about the way it feels. Do not judge it. Do not criticize it. Simply observe. What you'll quickly notice is that thoughts will start appearing in your mind and will distract you from this simple task. What should I cook for dinner? Maybe I should order takeout instead. Wait, I'm trying to lose weight, so I shouldn't, or should I? When you notice your mind wandering like this, simply pull the focus back to the breath. This is how you train your mindfulness muscle. Now, most people who meditate for the first time will find it extremely hard to focus on just the breath for even a couple of seconds. They'll find themselves.
Yeah, it's not easy, especially in the beginning and a little bit into your um, meditative journeys that one will have. Yeah, it is hard because, like you said, it's going to start with one little thought, like, oh, what am I going to eat tonight for dinner? And then it will go into a slew of subcategory thoughts pertaining to that original thought. And when you do that, that's okay because that's just how the brain works. But try to remember, oh, wait, I want to get back to this baseline level where I'm not thinking, where I'm able to stay calm, and then shake it off. Or what really helped for me. Oh, sorry, I hit the mic. What really worked for me was just letting the thoughts come in naturally and then leave naturally, and then working slowly but surely at decreasing how often those thoughts are occurring. And you can do that. It takes some time, but yeah, it's possible.
Lost in thought quite often. This is totally normal, so don't criticize yourself if it happens, which it probably will. All you have to do is simply bring your attention back to your breathing. A good trick that I personally use to quickly bring my focus back is to focus all of my attention on the little bridge between inhale and exhale, that little pause where your body transitions during its act of breathing. While meditating, try as hard as possible to avoid moving. Itches and urges to fidget will arise throughout your meditation session. This is normal. This is to be expected. Simply bring your focus back to your breath and the feeling will eventually go away. And that's all there is to it. It's a very simple exercise. What's important to note is how often you work on it and how much time you put into it. By making it a habit, you'll notice that you'll be able to have your entire focus on your breath for longer and longer periods of time. Think of this as your mindfulness muscle getting stronger and stronger. How often should I meditate? In order to really start seeing the benefits of meditation, you should meditate on a daily basis. My routine is 10 minutes a day, every single day when I wake up. Some people like to do it twice a day like Arnold.
At my peak, I was doing it for 60 to 90 minutes every night. It was just a very relaxing thing where I'd put on headphones, plugged into my phone. Wired headphones apparently work better. Um, and turn on solfeggio frequencies. Listen to one solfeggio frequency per session. Put it on, find one that's not going to like disturb you or make you feel like weird or anxious. Any weird ones like that, don't do. Make sure that you naturally feel good with it, that it's a frequency that's going to uplift you, right? And then just listen to it literally 30 to 90 minutes each night, and then just start at half an hour, and just listen to the music and close your eyes and just go off, focus on the focus on the music, not so much on your thoughts. When you focus on the music, you're not going to have as many thoughts. Maybe that's not the case in the beginning, but as you progress, you'll get better. I didn't just start with 60 to 90 minutes a day. That's crazy, right? I built up to it, and it took me like 6 to 7 months to do that. Just like it took me 7 months to get really good at kickboxing. I went in one day and I was beating everybody, and at the end of the session, I'm like, oh, this is just some luck. I'm gonna come in 2 days on Thursday and get smoked, and then I come in and I'm still beating people, and the next week I'm beating people, and I'm like, oh my god. I had the transformation. I came in one day the week before and was getting picked apart, and then the very next session I was picking people apart. So the hunted becomes the hunter. Do you see what I'm saying? And it's not just for MMA or for meditation. It can be applied to many ideals.
Schwarzenegger, who does it 20 minutes a day when he wakes up and 20 minutes right before he goes to bed. As long as
That's
you make
cool.
it into a daily habit, that is the most
Yeah,
important factor.
once a
When will I
day,
start seeing the benefits? Well, first of all, you have to be doing it on a daily basis. The
a
length of
couple
each session
months
also plays a
sometimes.
part on how fast you see the benefits. But ultimately, it's hard to say because it really does differ from person to person. Certain people are less mindful in general due to the way they were brought up, so it'll take them a little bit longer to start seeing the benefits. In my personal experience, it took me about a month of meditating every single day
That's
before I
good.
noticed any benefit myself. I found myself in a better mood overall and was less likely to get consumed by certain negative emotions. As I continued the practice, I noticed more and more benefits along the line. And that's it, guys. Meditation is very simple. It's just the act of making it into a daily habit that is hard. If you guys have any more questions, leave them in the comments below and I'll try to answer as many of them as possible. Also, I'm planning on doing more Q&A videos in the future. If you want to be featured or if you have something very urgent to ask me, send me a letter to the P.O. box listed below and I'll pick the best ones to make a video about.
Pretty cool.
Hello.
Do you want to play with me?
Play with me?
Sure. You want me to help you with your groceries?
Yeah.
This journey with
I've seen that commercial a million times. All right, but yeah, that was pretty good, and yeah, it just kind of got me thinking about my journey when I started meditating years back. I'm 35 right now, and I maybe started getting into meditation at 27, but didn't take it seriously until probably 31 years old. And then at 32 to 32 in 3 months, I was like 32 years old, and then 3 months, I had my sacred secretion activation, and it changed my life forever. February 15th, 2023, and I'll never be the same, but I do mean that in the best of ways. Um, Buckle up if you're going to get into the sacred secretion. Buckle up because it's going to be a hell of a ride. It's no joke. That is like the white rabbit of spirituality. Okay, when that happens, nothing tops it. Um, Talk about super consciousness, literally. But let me rotate this. Hey guys. All right, so we're gonna wrap up this reaction video because I gotta get writing on my next video for Schizo Sundays. Schizo Sun, SUN, and then DZ, like you're in a daze, and Schizo Sundays. And episode 2 is going to be coming out today. So look out for that on this channel. Thanks so much for stopping by. Until next time, stay safe, be blessed, and live lavishly. I'm going to see all of you in the next reaction video. And until then, just know that I love you all. Peace.